Ladies and gentlemen, good day and welcome to the Bandhan Bank Limited's conference call on recent developments. As a reminder, all participant lines will be in the listen-only mode, and there will be an opportunity for you to ask questions after the presentation concludes. Should you need assistance during the conference call, please signal an operator by pressing star then 0 on your touchtone phone. Please note that this conference is being recorded. I now hand the conference over to Mr. Vikas Mundra, Head Investor Relations. Thank you, and over to you, sir.
Thank you, Michelle. Good morning, everyone, and a warm welcome to all the participants. It's our pleasure to welcome you all in this conference call, which is to discuss about the recent development in the bank. That is, announcement of retirement by our MD and CEO, Mr. Chandrasekhar Ghosh. To answer your queries regarding the same, we have with us our Founder, Managing Director and CEO, Mr. Chandrasekhar Ghosh, Executive Director and Chief Operating Officer, Mr. Ratan Kumar Kesh, Executive Director and Chief Business Officer, Mr. Rajendra Kumar Babbar, Chief Financial Officer, Mr. Rajiv Mantri, and myself, Vikas Mundra, Head of Investor Relations. Before I hand over the call to Mr. Ghosh, a disclaimer from our end that this conference call is limited to the discussion on the recent development in Bandhan Bank, that is, retirement announcement of Mr. Ghosh. Given we are in silent period, no financials or forward-looking strategies will be discussed. Now, I would like to hand over the call to Mr. Ghosh. Over to you, sir.
Namaskar. Good morning to all of you. Thank you for joining this call at a short notice. I would also like to place on record that today's discussion will be limited to my discussion of retirement from Bandhan Bank as a MD and CEO. We will not talk about the business figure as we are here. The friends and my investors, as you are aware, I have decided to retire from my position as a Managing Director and a CEO when my current term ends on July 9th, 2024. My decision to retire was made voluntarily by me with due consideration and with a deep commitment to the continued success of our organization. I am not bidding farewell to our Bandhan family. I am transitioning to a higher strategic role at the holding company level. In my new role, I will pursue a strategic responsibilities where I can leverage my experience and insights to contribute to the group's overall growth and the prosperity. My dedication to our bank's vision, goal, and purpose remains strong. I want to thank all the stakeholders and investors for placing their trust in Bandhan Bank and me. When we began, we set out with a vision to create a financial institution that would not only stand the test of time, but also serve as a catalyst for economic growth and the prosperity, especially in a financial inclusion. I am proud to say that we have the team exceptionally talented individuals within our organization, individuals whose dedication and expertise have been instrumental in driving our growth. The bank has a very strong and capable senior management who are ready to take the bank into the next leap of the growth. I am fully confident that Bandhan Bank's growth story is secure and in very safe and capable hands. I know many of you have a question about the timing of the announcement, which I would like to respond to. I started the Bandhan 24 years ago, and I have been fortunate to oversee the transformation of this institution from a small NGO in Eastern India to the largest MFI and to a universal bank across the country, 35 states and union territories. Over the last, we have built our commercial and retail asset business and added further production and the capabilities. Today, the bank has diversified the portfolio across the geography. As you are, the recent past, we have enhanced the bank's leadership with our two executive directors, Ratan Kumar Kesh and Rajinder Kumar Babbar. And one of the CFO joined, which is Rajiv Kumar Mantri, head of the mortgage and retail asset, Mr. Santosh Nair, who are working closely with other senior leaders in the bank. His team is ready to take the bank to the next level. In addition to the team being in place, I am also seeing that business momentum has with the good assets and liabilities growth and improvement in the portfolio quality. You would have seen our initial disclosure number as of 31st March 24 in this regard. I felt that this is therefore an appropriate time for me to take these opportunities, this call, as we are a full business cycle April to March. It also gives the board and the selection committee to identify and appoint my successor under the succession plan that the bank has in place. I want to once again assure all of you that the bank is ready to take the next leap of growth with capable leadership. I am assured the board that I will be available for any guidance or advice. On behalf of the board, I can also assure you that we'll ensure a smooth transition. It has been an honor and a privilege to serve as the MD and CEO of a great institution, and I look forward to the exciting opportunities. And I feel that it will be live for our bank and the group as a whole. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Michelle, we will take Q&A now.
Thank you very much, sir. We will now begin the question and answer session. Anyone who wishes to ask questions may press star and one on their touchtone phone. If you wish to withdraw yourself from the question queue, you may press star and two. Participants are requested to use only handsets while asking a question. Ladies and gentlemen, we will wait for a moment while the question queue assembles. We have a question from the line of Sameer Bhise from JM Financial. Please go ahead.
Yeah, hi. Good morning. Thanks for the opportunity. Just wanted to get a sense whether Mr. Ghosh, will continue as a non-executive director on the board of the bank. And secondly, has there any communication been with respect to RBI, especially after the board had sent its recommendation around 3 months back? So clarity on these two will be helpful. Thank you.
Thank you. The first,
Whether you will be moving into the board.
okay. So first point on that, I have been, if you see that the last 24 years, I developed this institution from the scratch to this position. And that is totally the operational. So I need now to take some strategic role from the holding company level, not in a board level on that. So that is my plan of that. So point on that,
Any communication from RBI?
No communication from RBI. I have been missed these questions of that. Okay.
No communication from RBI.
I have not received any communication from RBI.
That's all from my side. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. A reminder to all the participants to please press star and one to ask questions. The next question is from the line of Suresh Ganpati from Macquarie. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Sir, this was my first question. Is the resignation with immediate effect, or you will continue till July 9th, or what exactly is the status there?
Mr. Ganpati, I have been like to repeat on that my point. It is my retirement, not
Okay. Sorry, apologies. Yeah.
9th July 2024 will be like to complete. So before that, I have been just to disclosure given to the board and market to all of you that I will not continue after the 9th of July 24 as a MDCO. So that is my disclosure.
Sure. Thanks for that clarity. Sorry for this, and apologies on my behalf. The second question is on, sir, just to understand the timing here, because I know these are very difficult decisions to take, but when the board recommended your name 3 months ago, now the problem of the board now faces is, decide to retire. Right now, they will have to find and scout for one external candidate. All this process takes time. RBI does its own 2-3 months of due diligence. Had you taken a decision a bit more earlier, and the board could have been clearer. Now, I just want to know how exactly this entire transition period will play out, because I'm very sure perhaps by July 9th, we may not really find a replacement for you, sir, because RBI takes its own time for due diligence. There could be an external candidate also which the board might have to give. How will this play out, and why was this decision not taken earlier before the board sent your candidate, your name to the Reserve Bank of India as a candidate for the next tenure?
No, thank you. First, I would like to keep the 2 points from your discussion, or some other also maybe like to know why this is the timing on that. My timing point on that, I again repeat the point. 24 years I have been operationally run this institution from the scratch to in this position. And out of that, the last 10 years, it is in very much coincide on that, or whatever the decision have been taken. 10 years before, April 2nd, 2014, I received the in-principle license from the Reserve Bank of India. I thank to the RBI on that. And 15 months, I have been spent the time operationally, everything prepared to start the bank. After that, you know that the first 3 years, I have been running the bank, build up the deposit model. Is the best way to confidence came to the bank. And the listing also done, though we face the demonetization. And second is the 2 years, I have a need to dilution of my stake of the promoter. And that time we are also taking a merger of the group, which is that the 1920. This is the 2 years. And next 2 years, 21, 22 is my worst in my life, which is a pandemic, Amphan, Assam, all. And I have not get the time to thinking anything on that. After that, 22, 23, I see that very good improvement has come, but not in a full improvement has come to the bank. And then I have not yet decided on that time. And when I come to this, the 23, 24, and I see that the business momentum has come very good. And also I saw that there is a slippage point of view, other things is there, the very good wake happened on that. And October, if you recall, we have been done in a biggest transformation of IT, which is the CBS. and I need to stabilize it. And if you see that during that period, November, my board have decided to my renew and submit it to RBI. I cannot say anything. Because at that time, it's a very crucial for my IT transformation. Is a CBS in October and November, December will be very important for the bank. And of course, finally, I feel that the April to March total year will be like to complete. Then will be like to decide. If you see that in the April and that is the 4th, we are submitted the initial update. And 5th, I have been like to declare. So this is a total momentum. It's a plan which I see that this is a needed on that, whatever has come to this, the business position and everything on that. And by this time, if you see, all of my senior management have been joined within this quarter. So I feel that I have the confidence on that. One of the executive director have been joined 1 year before. And I have been also, many things as per my plan is executed, I have been also involved with him, everything of that, of the institution. And after the join of another executive director in March, and also the CFO in the March, and that also helped me to make in a very confidence. It is now totally, I feel that they are in a good capacity to maintain on that. For that reason, this is the time I have been setting up on that. And you also know that every bank, we bank also have the business continuity plan, and we are like to, in that way, we are planning. If within 3 months of my time is not everything happen, in the interim period, one will be like to take the shares until that final one will be not happen. But we are trying to best way how quick we can be like to complete on that. Thank you.
Okay, thanks for this. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. You may please press star and 1 to ask questions. The next question is from the line of Mahrukh Adajania from Nuvama. Please go ahead.
Yeah, hi, good morning. So I guess you partly answered that question in the previous question. Basically, how long do you think will the process of finalizing a list of candidates from your side take, from the bank side take, right? Because we are possibly running out of time now. You'll need a new CEO in place by July. RBI takes its own time. So how soon will the bank be ready with a list, according to you?
Whatever I saw in the earlier, we are selected the 2 executive director on that experience. Is a need minimum 3 months of time to selection on that, and then it will be like to go to RBI, and whatever the time taken by RBI, that is the how quick they are giving it. That is the only the time.
Okay, so there will be an interim CEO most likely till the whole thing gets finalized.
After the 9th of July, what I see that the July first week we will be like to decide what is the position of that, and accordingly board can be decide on that to do.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank
you. Participants, to ask questions, you may please press star and 1. The next question is from the line of Rahul Jain from Goldman Sachs. Please go ahead.
Thank you. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Rahul.
Good morning. Thanks for sharing your candid perspective. Again, to repeat and understand the next steps the bank and the board would take. So, as I understood from your last response, post 9th of July, there will be an interim MD and CEO till you appoint the new MD and CEO, which could take a couple of more months. Is it the right way of thinking in terms of the next steps the bank and the board could take?
This is actually the process happened in that the banking industry.
The second is, sir, in terms of a business strategy, so were to, bucket into two. One is the balance sheet strength. So of course, the bank has come a long way from post-COVID. How much more work is pending in terms of the cleanup, in terms of the recovery? There is an outstanding CGFMU issue also that's facing the bank. And second bucket is in terms of growth and profitability. And of course, the retail evolution. How should we think about the strategy henceforth in your last 3-month period at the bank and even following that?
No, if you see that, Rahul, you know that I isn't silent here. I cannot be like to talk. But only
not in terms of the numbers, sir, but just in terms of...
I will say that, sir. You can give the chance to, I can complete.
Sure.
You see that as a MDCU, not only that, I am an entrepreneur. I built up the enterprise a long time and learned a lot of things. And I have been planned with my senior team without a declaration is a good strategic plan which is possible to execute. And our team have been discussed with a couple of all of you on that in the last March along with myself. I hope that a very realistic strategic plan have been prepared, and when the result will be out, and my team along with myself, I also will be attend on that. I will like to clarify how we are strategically reach on that, the figure and number way on that. But I have a very good confidence with my team and my strategic plan to success on this goal of this.
Got it. Thank you, sir, and wish you good luck in your next ventures. Thank you so much once again.
Thank you. You may press star and one to ask questions. The next question is from the line of Nitin Agarwal from Motilal Oswal. Please go ahead.
Sorry. Sir, you being one of the most senior when it comes to MFI and inclusive banking, if you were to look back over the past few years, what are one or two things that you think bank could have done better?
No, you just see that I've been very passionate with the microfinance, no doubt on that, and it will be continue because it is has given the chance to me to born on this level because of the people who are the bottom of the pyramid. They have a need in a financial services, and we have built up a very strong franchise on that. And the pandemic has given a lot of opportunities to us to correct the model, and a lot of new things we are introduced, and it has been proved, and accordingly it is a driving in a very positive way in the future. And simultaneously, last couple of years, we are build up our senior level of the team to understand the microfinance. If I say that the total of my head office team, they are monthly visited to the microcredit branch and group meeting and to understand about it. And I have successfully feel that they are good enough the knowledge and experience built up on microfinance. Second is there, nearly 1 year before, we have been recruited one of the head, Vishal Wada, who is taking the charge of total EEB. And he is also seasoned banker, and he has been already taken the charge on that. And I have a very good confidence on him and his team to continue the same way, whatever the strategy of the bank to make this the growth and others in a perfectly on that.
Right, sir. And the other question, why do you say that there has no prior discussion to RBI when you have decided this step? But has there been any exchange of words or thoughts with RBI after you announced the retirement?
It is my totally voluntarily retirement. No. So I inform to the appropriate level of my board now, and accordingly it will be like to process on that.
Sure, sir. Thank you so much and wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Dipanjan Das from PTC Financial Services. Please go ahead. Mr. Dipanjan Das, I have unmuted your line. Kindly proceed. As the current participant is not answering, we'll move on to the next question, which is from the line of Param Subramaniam from Nomura. Please go ahead. Mr. Param Subramaniam, I have unmuted your line, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Please proceed.
Yeah. Thanks for taking my question. So my question again extends on the previous participant's question. Sir, again on the timing of this resignation and the need for it. So of course, what we understand is you've been, for example, meeting investors till very recently. So, what drove that, especially the timing of this resignation, because as some of the previous participants highlighted, we might have to see an interim CEO because of the short timelines involved. So, if you could, explain the timing of the resignation, because we've seen a lot of, churn at the top management level. Some continuity at the top would have helped, especially from you. So a bit on that. Thank you.
There is a two parts. Interesting. My wife also asked the same question. We are living together, you have not said to me. But how suddenly you are going to the office and I listen about it and many calls I receive. And I am not given rightly to the people. So this cannot be like to share. It is a very personal decision, voluntary decision, and accordingly I planned, I nurtured in the more than 1 year. And accordingly I prepared. And even I have been made a couple of use in that in the Singapore and the Mumbai. I cannot express on that part. So this is my plan. And this is the need of that too. I can be like to, on the time basis, I can be say on that. So this is my point. And second point in there, you to see that with the Bandhan and the myself, I cannot segregate. It's my daughter or it's my son, I am not like to explain it that way. I will be like to continue my support to the group in the level of holdco, where all are in this, the vertical are in there. It's the way forward.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much and all the best for the future, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. You may please press star and 1 to ask questions. We'll take the next question from the line of Jay Mundra from ICICI Securities. Please go ahead.
Yeah, hi sir, good morning. Most of the questions have been answered already. Just a small clarification, sir. So when you mentioned that, you will assume a larger strategic role at Bandhan Group level, this means the holdco, as you mentioned in the last comment. But is there any, is this an advisor role? Is this a board level role? Or this is some, trustee kind of a role? If you can elaborate there.
You can, till now, I am the MD and CEO of the bank. So I cannot go to the details of this as of now. After 9th July, I will be like to clarify.
Sure. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Ketan Saraf from SBI Capital Market. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Good morning, sir. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to ask questions here in this platform. So I wanted to ask you, sir, in the last conference call with regards to the quarterly results, you had mentioned that bank is doing strategic steps to reduce the provisions, which are like on a run rate basis, it is going around 300 crores per month. So just wanted to get some clarity. How is bank proceeding on, like, how are things going in that direction in terms of the stress level? And the second question was regarding the, like 3 months back, the board had asked the RBI for your extension. And in, I know that this is a repeated question, but then what has happened, like after you were decided on to for the position, then in the 3 months, what happened that you have decided this big step to be taken out from the board level?
Already I replied. First question, I mean, silent period, I cannot be mention any of this, the figure on that. I hope that the result, financial year fourth quarter result time, I will be give the answer of the first question. You can repeat on that. And second question, I replied on that many times today.
Sure.
At the first point, I say that again I have been specifically saying, if you see that they have submitted this paper in November, and October is my previous transformation.
Okay.
I have to continue on that the 3 months of time to 3 to 6 months of time to stabilize it. Then I would like to finalize my decision, because my first point on that, you see, this is my baby. First, my plan is there how, without disturbing this, the baby, I can will have to take my personal decision. So that is the way I have been thought about it.
Yes, absolutely, sir. Yeah.
Thank you.
Sure. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Suraj Das from Sundaram Mutual Funds. Please go ahead.
Hi, sir. Thanks for the opportunity and congratulations on your journey so far and all the best wishes for your future endeavors. Sir, one question only. Again, I mean, I just want to understand your thought process behind it. I think every bank has their own DNA in terms of, their success story, and Bandhan has been one of the best success story in terms of, being from a MFI institute to the universal bank and probably one of the largest private sector banks. So before your decision, was there a thought that probably you could have stayed for 1 more year or 2 more years, and then probably you could have, passed that DNA to current set of, senior leaders who have just joined, and probably then they could have been, have a clear sort of, transition to the next level. Because at this point of time, there could be, internal, external, both candidates could be, considered for the next NDC year, and hence probably in this transition, is there possibility that the success DNA of Bandhan, could be reduced or something like that? So was there a thought that probably you could have, while you have completed the IT transformation for the last 6 months, and hence probably you have a clear thought that now you want to retire, but if you could have, waited for 1 or 2 more years and you could have, passed that DNA to the next set of leader. Was there a thought before your decision?
Very debatable on that, Even it will be after 1 year or 2 years or 3 years or 5 years, or maybe the 3 years before. Lot of debate on that. I debated in myself internally, and accordingly I feel that this is the right time. I can be like to do it and contribute to the strategic level. Because at the strategic level, if you go to our holding company, there is a lot of other vertical already developed. Very recently. So I feel that I have need some time to there to contribute to all.
Okay, understood, sir. Thanks for that clarification. And one last question, sir. In terms of your potential candidates, next successor planning, there will be both internal and external consideration, right? It will not be only internal.
I feel that I will be like to give to the board. They are independently like to assess, and the best way they can be like to select, which can be very fit for this type of bank for future growth and the strategy achieved.
Okay, understood, sir.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, in order to ensure that the management will be able to address questions from all participants in the conference, kindly limit your questions to one per participant. Should you have a follow-up question, please rejoin the queue. Thank you. The next question is from the line of Anil Bang from Marcel Weiss. Please go ahead.
Hello. Thank you for the time for the question. Sir, your call has been very clear till now that this is your own decision. However, given that big audit has been going on, there may be some linkages which may be drawn between the two just because of timing aspect. I just wanted to reconfirm that there is no linkage between the two. Anything else which you would like to add in this topic?
So, Ratan Kesh here. See, the audit is still going on, and it is going to take another 1 month or so to get concluded. We haven't heard anything from the auditor or from NCGCT on this in this regard. Therefore, it has absolutely no linkage with the audit.
Okay. Thank you, sir. That's very clear.
Thank you.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, this will be the last question for today, which is from the line of Anurag Mantri from Oxbow. Please go ahead.
Yeah, hi. Good morning, sir. Thanks for the opportunity. Just one question from my side. From my understanding, can you help me understand what basically will be your and your family's sort of overall maybe stake in the bank, like directly and indirectly? That would be very helpful.
Your and family stake in the bank. If you see that there is a very different structure of the bank. As a MD, I have the stake in the bank. ESOP and because of I was in a founder, I had some initial fund has needed to give to the bank to start it on that. That is only have. But the holding company level, we have the family level, the less than 2%.
Sure, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. As that was the last question for today, I would now like to hand the conference over to the management for closing comments. Over to you, sir.
Thank you to all of you, and keep the trust and belief on us and our organization, not only bank and the total group, and we'll be in touch with all of you on that, even after my retirement also. So thank you for your time and keep touch with us. Thank you again. Thank you.
Thank you, members of the management. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Bandhan Bank Limited, that concludes this conference. We thank you for joining us, and you may now disconnect your lines. Thank you.